chaos. The great enemy seeks to lay claim to the God Emperor's domain. This cannot stand. This perversion will and shall not stand. With righteous fury and zeal, we shall smite the forces of chaos. We shall smash the enemies of the Golden Throne and any who dare stand before the hamper of the God Emperor. Brothers, Ave Imperata. Serve the Emperor today. Tomorrow, you may be dead.
Smell the putrid stench of corruption. Take heart, brothers. The great enemy aims to be upon us presently. I expect ambush. Take heart. The Emperor protects. Enemy sighting. They make haste in this sector right for us. We shall fall upon them in ambush. Ho! This sucker kicks like a mule. Oh! Oh, honey. I thought you loved me. Oh, what was that? Uh-oh. Ah!
Hey guys, it's Ty from the Gaming Helm, and this week we're going to be taking a look at Darktide. Yep, the same people who made this game, Fat Shark, went from medieval hack and slash of the acclaimed Vermintide series, and they went into straight 40k sci-fi shoot 'em up with hack and slash. If you have an itch to scratch when it comes to Left 4 Dead horde shooters, this is the game for you. And let's face it, if you're going to steal from the best. Interestingly enough, this game does have a story, but it's minimalistic. Evidently, it's written by both Dan Abnett and Matt Ward, two acclaimed Warhammer novelist authors, but it's not really the point. We're here for the gameplay. You get to choose between 4 different classes. The Dumb Ogren, super strong, super tough. The Soldier, bit of the middle ground type of weapon use and abilities. The Zealot, close combat specialist, and of course, the Psyker, psychic powers. You know the drill here. Now, as far as cosmetic goes, as you level up in the game, you get to change your appearance, both facially if you're not satisfied with the choices you made, or armor-wise, but it offers no real benefit to you, the player. And as far as skill tree goes, minimalistic. You can also upgrade your weapons with both currency and experience so long as you use it. Now, let's get into the meat. Let's get into the good stuff. The game. Now, like I said, It's not so much a Left 4 Dead clone, but you could see a lot of similarities. Like, there are similar bad guys to witches, except they're called demon hosts. Avoid at all costs. They're chargers, except they're called mutants. They will blow right through you, and if they catch you, they'll slam you until your buddies, save your butt. And instead of smokers, we got, trappers who shoot like this electronic net around you and pull you in. Pretty cool stuff. But you've seen this all before. Yes, tanks will be serving as mid-level boss fights, demon creatures of sort, because in the story, you're a penal Legion soldier. And what that means is you're en route to a colony where you're going to probably work yourself to death in a Ceramite mind because you did something bad, but shit goes down and you're given a chance to redeem yourself in the eyes of an Inquisitor, which carry with him the great weight of the God Emperor himself, and you get the chance to, earn some respect, war gear, and a second chance to die with honor instead of die pointlessly working yourself to death in the penal colonies. Yeah, the Imperium is not nice to its own. You're not a space marine in this one. You get the point. If you're familiar with the lore, this is pretty standard. But when you get into the game, depending on your loadouts, you want to be close combat specialist, that's good because you will be blitzed quite often up close and personal. But make sure you get some range combat because there will be enemy snipers that will take pot shots at you at a distance, and you gotta watch your buddy's six. That's how you survive this game, is cooperation. Yeah. The funny thing about this game is it requires an Xbox subscription or PlayStation subscription. So it's one thing if it's a game that requires internet connection. That's standard these days, but you can't play it without a subscription, and you can't play it bots only. You have to play with other players. But the good news is, I don't even know how many hours on this game. I've never had a bad experience with random people. I've never actually played with people I know in real life, so yeah, it's always a good experience. Watch your boys six, they'll watch your back. Hey, you might get through it in one piece. The game's tough. The levels vary. Like, you can go into the sewers, or you can go up into the upper echelons of the hive city that you're trying to save on the planet Otama Prime. It's valuable to the Imperium, so that's why the Inquisitor's taken his warband, yourself included, into hell to save the day against the forces of chaos that worship Nurgle, the Plague God, the Lord of Death. Let's put it this way. As far as the gods of chaos go, this guy is both the oldest and the nastiest. Every zombie plague, every viral infection, every death, every time some weirdo gets nasty with a cadaver, the plague god Nurgle gets a piece of that action. He's literally nasty itself. Perfect for the forces of chaos to mass recruit and lead an uprising. Now, the story is not the point. We're here for the action. Even if you're a range specialist, make sure you get a good close combat weapon, because you're going to get blitzed constantly. They're going to come at you from every single angle, and they won't ever let up. Because similar to Left 4 Dead, there's a reactive AI director type thing where, depending if you and your friends want to hold still, heal up, reload weapons, and suddenly a wave will blitz you. It's paying attention. So don't become predictable, or it's going to figure out how to get you. This game, it encourages you to be fast, adaptive, and of course, aggressive. Because this is the grim dark. You can't win Warhammer by playing nice, not this time. As far as the story beats go, as you level up your character, cutscenes will engage after you make it to like a new level, like level 5, 10, so on and so forth. And you'll be spoon-fed little drippets of the story as you progress. In order to beat the game, you got to get to level 30. That's the cap. And then you'll find the open cinematic. There's a little hint of mystery, but honestly, you're going to forget about it. You're just going to want to get back into these levels. And the good news is, these levels all look unique. They don't suffer from samey designs. No, they're all specially designed to look unique and different from one another. You won't have the problem of saying, oh, gee whiz, it's just one thing after the other. They all look the same. You're not going to have that issue. That's the good news. The bad news, there's always some bad news. Like I said, if you're here for a big story, you're not going to get it. And that's sad because it's Warhammer 40k. Lore is what it's all about. What are you going to do? There's no details that they're gonna, expand on the story. Once you beat the game, that's it. You can keep playing. It's addictive. I keep playing Left 4 Dead, even though I have already beaten those games like 100 times. So it's got a lot of replayability. Good news is, too, aesthetically, this looks like a gorgeous Warhammer game. When you play it, you literally feel like you're in the Warhammer universe. That's great. I mean, it's authentic. It even looks like they put more detail. And I know I'm going to get some flack from this, but I'm going to tell you straight up. This game looks more Warhammer accurate based on the architecture, the gothic feel, and the tone of the universe than Space Marine 2 did. Okay, I know, I get it. I'm not saying Space Marine 2's didn't look great too. It does, but the concentration of that game was narrowed towards more of the story and gameplay. It was equal. This game, straight gameplay, but they gave you the feels. Like you're in the 40K, the grim dark universe. It just looks so authentic. Space Marine 2, yes, it's better. It truly is. This game's got some drawbacks. The story, it's okay, but it's nothing special, honestly. I'm surprised they got Dan Abnett, one of the kings of this genre, to write the story, because honestly, I think anyone could have wrote that. But it's cool that they got his namesake on board. The length of the game, it's not too bad. Could have been longer. And as far as what they've given us so far in post-launch content, could have been better. Wouldn't mind a little bit of story. What are you going to do? Now, you heard the testimony. Now it's time for the verdict. I give the successor to the Vermintide name, Darktide, I give this sucker a solid 7.5 out of 10. Maybe if it was a bit stronger in story, would have given it an 8. But I'm sticking to it. I know. Chill. I get it. I know you didn't like me saying that. Oh, it looks more accurate than Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2 is a better game. Chill. Be cool. But this game nailed the aesthetics, the architecture. It looks like you're in the 40K universe. That's what really sells it for me. So, that about wraps it up. Thanks a lot for tuning in to another episode of The Gaming Helm. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, you have yourself a great day, and we'll see you next time. Yep, we're back. It's good to be back.